Hi, I'm Chris, and this is the Titan. And I show you today a few functions that makes the Titan special. We're starting on a medium drive setting with my guitar tuned to drop C. This is no capture recording. This is a microphone recording, so you hear me strumming, so I don't have to mix many channels with the amp and microphones and whatever. So keep that in mind. Everything you hear is room mic'd. Okay? So we engaged the amp. This is channel 2. This is channel 2. And we start with things that most player don't like on amps. It's the volume jump you get. With 250 watts you have a painful high volume. And most amps start the full volume at 2, and we don't do this here. I have channel 2 here. And this is 0, of course, it's nothing. It's like almost 1. And it's basically like an hi-fi amplifier, and you can turn the volume up to a certain level that you actually can use. That's the first point. Whoop. I have it now on the 250 watt setting, and basically the channel 2 is channel 1 with a half tube more, so everything I show you now is basically on channel 1 also, but with less gain. We have here a bass cut that is now engaged. I disengage by pulling it. Makes more cut in the bass, and now you have more bass. Takes out the rumble for like if you play metal stuff. If you play like doomy, sludgy stuff, you prefer loose bass. You have a tight bass or loose bass. So in this cab are V30s. They have a lot of highs, but if you have like a dark cabinet, you can add some highs. Makes like a high shelf boost. Then you have the boost. Yeah, and then a standard EQ. I barely touched the EQ, but we designed the amp after the things we like, so of course I don't touch the EQ a lot. I tend to roll down the highs or add a bit of highs depending on the room or the cabinet. And this is the SVT killer we call internally, but it's a tone shift that Makes the whole amp, yeah, an SVT killer. There's way more of now we'd add some pedals. Now we add some pedals. You hear now that if I disengage the low cut, you get the more barking, quang, 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 metal stuff. Yeah, and now I'll show you the backside of the amp. Hi again. I removed the backplate. Consider this is one of the first amps we built, and it's our shop amp, so it took a lot of beating already. And the first thing here to show you is that the whole manual is printed on the amp itself. So you don't have to wonder how to do things. We have here, of course, voltage selector, of course, and the remote switch for the channel switch and the boost switch. You can do that remotely without a click and without a little pause. It's clickless, and next to it we have the bias control, which is very special. Right now, no LEDs flashing, that is basically a good thing, but I will now bias the amp wrong. And now it's getting too much or too less heat. Too much or too less heat is an old tube. For example, all tubes are now in trouble. And I put a new set of tubes now in, or one tube, and then I turn a bit to the left or right, and have the whole thing biased and perfectly running again. Sometimes if you play at a smaller venue, the whole stage is like on 1 or 2 power outlets. This means every amp gets not the correct voltage. So you can rebias it to every situation and it always sounds perfect. The whole thing, always. FX loop and the speaker selector, of course. The formulas are written on the manual, so please read it before you plug in stuff. And yeah, the power attenuator 1550 and 250 wattage. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Bye.